pause. We pause for a second or two. This is episode 107, Pausing in Seclusion. Pausing is a moment of reflection. Pausing is a moment when we stop and see what's going on. We see what's going on outside of us. We see what's going on inside of us. We see what's going on in between, outwards and inwards. Most of the time, when we pause, there are other people there. Or there are other people nearby. Most of the time, when we pause, another person comes close to us or is already standing there, sitting there, lying there, close to us. Not so often do we pause and know that we are alone. Today's episode is called Pausing in Seclusion, and we will talk about what that is, to pause when we are solely by ourselves. Nobody else there, just us. When we go out in the countryside by ourselves, it's just you. It's just me. When we are outside in the countryside and we do not have any technology with us, no phone, no smartphone, no internet, no nothing. It's just our bodies and the countryside. When we are there in true seclusion, we can see miles in every direction, and we know that no one else is there because we see it. And if anyone would approach, we would see them long in advance. Perhaps some animals are close by, but no people. And when we pause in such a place with no means of communication with us, no technology, just us, when we pause there, things feel different. Our lives feel different. When we do this, what often is the case is that at first there is an intense feeling that our life feels pressing. That our life is serious. And after that, a whole bunch of stuff can happen in how it feels. We may feel overwhelmed. We may feel panic. We may feel sadness, like tears are pushing behind our eyes. We may feel frustrated, hopeless, ambivalent. We may feel like many different intentions go here and there, and that we may start question our direction in life. All of a sudden, when we pause in seclusion, true seclusion, no one else there, not any prospect of anyone else coming close, just us. When we pause there, it is difficult to be so sure of ourselves in our conventional daily lives. We allow doubt into our lives. At first, when we do this, when we pause in seclusion and allow doubt to enter our lives, we are very bad at dealing with it. We do not know what to do with doubt. It just feels pointless and dangerous. That is why most people avoid it at all costs. Because in the beginning, it feels useless. It feels, dangerous. But it is not. Not long term. Initially, it might be. If we panic and do not know what to do with it. But long term, it is pausing in seclusion, allowing this doubt to enter our lives that truly makes us whole. And once we start feeling whole, once doubt starts feeling like we can bear it, it's okay, it can be there, it's not the end of the world, then we start reevaluating things. Things that might have been important before loses importance, and things we did not notice before stands out and seems more desirable to us. To become familiar with both seclusion and doubt is a lifelong process, and it's not for everyone. It is an effort to face doubt, to face seclusion from time to time. When we pause in seclusion, what happens on a social level is that we drop our guard. We drop our social face. We do not have to keep up appearances because we know that we are alone. We know that no one else is there, and we know that no one can contact us because we have no technology with us. And when we drop that social face, social mask, social role, then the drama of our lives travels inside. And all the drama, all the different narratives going here and there in our lives suddenly is only within us, inside our hearts, inside our heads. And at first, that feels very overwhelming, because at that moment, when we pause in seclusion and the drama that is our life goes on the inside, and it's only inside of us, that we are the container of our whole life, then we feel like bursting. We feel like both everything we know to be good and everything we know to be bad, everything is inside of us. All of that is battling on the inside, pushing, pulling, tearing at each other. And to just lean into that, to just accept the battle taking place inside of us, to allow the drama to play out inside of us, just pause and allow that to happen. It's very difficult. Often, when people want to practice meditation, which is a pausing of sorts, one could argue, often when people try meditation, they do it in group. And when we meditate or pause, let's use them as synonyms for this argument. When people pause in group, it's not the same. It's not the same. To pause in group and pause in seclusion by ourselves are two completely different things. When we paused by ourselves in seclusion, the whole drama of our life, the whole paradox that is life, takes place inside of us. It's a very private, personal, and profound experience. It shakes us to the core in a good way. But to pause or meditate in group is a social activity. When we pause in group, a whole other array of things happen. And we will not go into detail in today's episode what happens then. But it will suffice to say today that when we pause in group, things go from some individuals to other individuals, but not the other way around. Some individuals will pick up things, and other individuals will dump off things. And that's something else completely. Pausing in seclusion is a serious matter. And to try it out in a reckless way is not good. If we want to pause in seclusion, if we want to try it out and get to know our life on the inside, when it's just us and we know we will not be disturbed. If we want to try that, we need to have great respect for it. And we need to expect that we will be shaken by the experience. Sometimes life shakes us. It is non-optional. Sometimes it just happens. And to pause in seclusion is to face that aspect of life head on. It is to face our life such as it is, not as we wish it would be. It is to some extent shed our pretensions and face life as it is. And to pause in seclusion is intense. It is not something we do too much in one go. We go slow, we do it little by little. We try it for a shorter moment and then with some time in between. We do not go out in the countryside and do it for, a full week, or maybe not even a full day, maybe not even an hour. We need to go slow when tasting, pausing in seclusion. We go slow. And we do it responsibly, with great respect for what it is we are actually facing. And what it is that we are practicing to harbor the full extent of our lives within our bodies. It's a very powerful experience to feel that we can harbor the full extent of our lives inside our bodies. That we do not need to depend on outside dependencies. That it's just us and our existence. It's very cool. And if we want to be serious about living in this way and trying this cool thing, we need to do it in a planned way and give it some thought before we even try it. And that's the way to go. That's how to pause in seclusion. That's how to harbor all facets, all people of our lives within this one body that we have. That's it for today. Thank you.